So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So, let me get connected with our other students and then be ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So, keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line, your right palm on your left. So, gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in this ongoing meditation sessions, every day we bring different viewpoints regarding how to develop your spiritual practice, especially the meditation. So as all of you know, the word meditation becoming kind of like a very popular now, and everybody like to practice meditation. And they have different reasons. So, but when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, the very purpose of practicing meditation, the word comes from bhavana. So the bhavana is a Pali word. It's called bhaveti kusala dhamme aseveti vaddeti bhavana. That is how that is the definition of the bhavana. So what it means, the cultivation of the mind. So the development of the mind is meditation. So then how you can bring the development? So most of time, this is very important. So most of time we think that development means having more thoughts, having more ideas, having more kind of like informations. But here, the cultivation of mind mean, development of mind mean not having a lot of thoughts, having awareness. So awareness is the very key point. When you have the awareness, that is where your mind get nourished. When you have the awareness, that is where your mind becomes sharp and clear. So the cultivation of the mind means then developing the awareness itself, kind of like a very sustainable way to maintain the mind step by step, to get into its fullness. But in the conventional life, what we do from childhood to elders, through our schooling system, education, universities, all the information, we gather more and more and more informations to uplift our mind. So then what will happen? When you gain more and more and more information from outside world, you lose your inner nature, you disconnect the very reality that happening inside you, because you caught up in information. As example, when it comes to yourself, as your life, most of time, what you believe, most of the information you gathered from outside world. But the very experiencer itself is the life. Not what you learn, not what you heard, not what you kind of like used to do, but the very experiencer. So how much then you know about the experience? So practicing meditation means you slowly withdraw from the informations, divorce from the informations, detach from the informations, and settle down with the experiencer. Because you don't need any informations to know the experience. As example, right now, right here, you are looking at the computer or the iPad or the cell phone, so whatever the screen, and then in this very moment, look that you sitting and you experiencing this moment, you don't need any informations to know that. So what happened when you are settling down with the experiencer, all the informations disappear. So then basically remember, practicing meditation doesn't mean you go and get more and more and more thoughts to you. You're releasing. So another thing is, when you release the thoughts, you can't resist your own mind. Then what you need to do? So settling down with your primary mental object. So that is what you have to develop as a skill. So whatever the primary mental object, as example, we take the breathing, or maybe sensation, or maybe the pain that have in your body, or maybe the bodily posture, or maybe a candlelight, or maybe a tree, the cloud, the sky, the sun, the moon, the ocean, or maybe a flower. So whatever, or maybe a thought. So whatever you take as a primary mental object, your responsibility should be just settle down with it. That means your awareness. So maybe the thoughts will go here and there. So then, once you recognize that, you bring it, your awareness, and settle down. And another mistake most of time we does, when the thoughts go here and there, we get disturbed, we get disappointed. And just as example, when you are practicing meditation, you hope that everything should be silence. And other people should be more quiet. And other things should settle down. Who you are to think like that? Why, when you practice meditation, even at home, maybe you are not in a retreat place, or and you are just at home, maybe just imagine you have a cat, you have a dog. They doesn't know that you practice meditation. And then just imagine, you just now practice, and you want to be calm, relaxed. And then maybe the cat think, oh, you doesn't move, and it come and start to rub. And then little by little, you get disturbed. And maybe the dog come and start to go around you, or maybe try to play. Or maybe somebody at home and start to make noise. So then you think, your mind go into that. And then you start to go behind that disturb, and you bring all your thoughts. Why these people, why they can't understand? I'm practicing meditation here. Why they can't be silenced? And even this cat and dog, and sometimes you don't remember they are animals, and then you start to get mad about it. But when you practice the awareness, now you have to remember, our cultivation of the mind means development of your awareness. So then what you need to do? When you know that awareness went away, rather than trying to analyze that what happened there, right away, bring it back. Don't try to think about it. And that's where you need sometimes the compassion, and have the compassion towards anybody around you, because they don't know what is meditation. And they have no idea about being silent, and some people can't. And so, this have the compassion. But to your intention should be, right away bring your mind to your primary mental object. So that primary mental object means that whatever you took the conscious decision to settle down, to practice. So that should be your platform. That should be your stage. That should be the screen. Like when you watch a movie in a theater, the bigger screen, you don't look beyond the screen, even though you see that things. You focus, you become very limited to that screen. So like that, the primary mental object, when you focus to the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation in front of your nose and upper lip area, again and again, be with it. Whatever other thoughts come, it is not your business, because the thought has its own way. Thoughts come because there are many other reasons we can't see in this very moment. So that's why thoughts come. But now you have a conscious decision. That is, you can do it because anytime you can take that conscious decision. So you are the one who thought, I want to settle down here. And now you bring it back again and again and again and again. So whatever happened, you don't go with it. You settle down with the sensation. So in that way, what will happen? In the beginning, within 1 second, it go back, you go away, you bring it back, and then little bit you cannot stay. Then again, it will go back, you go away, you bring back, then little bit. Little by little, you are capable to expand this duration to settle down with your primary mental object. So that is how you can develop your awareness. Taking the whatever the conscious decision and be with it. And that is the highest of the self-discipline. Not this outside thing, oh, I don't drink, or I don't smoke, or that, those are important, good. But when it comes to self-discipline, inside being with your conscious decision, yourself, is the most important part. That is what sometimes we can, that's why when sometimes we come to agreements and sign, because that most of time people know, even though we take this conscious decision, we can't handle that sometimes. That's why people say, and sometimes you say, I will do it. And you promise to do things, but by the time your mind will change. And then when you sign on the papers, what happens? When the mind go away, it will help you as a kind of like a primary mental object to come back. You know, like marriage. You fall in love, you know, many years sometimes. And when you want to get married, and even your parents not enough, you know, by law somebody need, you know, and in front of that person you have to sign. You can't tell this is my wife, this is my husband. You can't tell. You have to sign. Why? Because anytime your mind can go here and there, but this becomes your conscious decision. And when the mind go back, there is something. Later you can't tell. No, I didn't do that. In the ancient time it happened. That's why that people start to sign. So then always remember then, when you take a conscious decision and try to maintain it, be with it, with the little things in day-to-day life. When you take a conscious decision, you're going to wake up early in the morning, 5 a.m. When the alarm go, you wake up. That's it. You don't compromise. You don't, with whom you're going to do that? You are the one who doing it with your all the laziness, with your doubt, with your lethargic mind, with your ignorance, with your desires, with your greed, with your lust. Your conscious decision always and hijacked by those things. That's why, and you may think, I'm not going to eat during this time, but later, you know, if you see some things, cookies, nuts, you know, candy, you know, fruits, you know, you forget everything and your hand, pick it and you just eat. No, when you take a conscious decision with the little things and start to do that. Because the very reason is when it comes to your spiritual path, as the foundation is this very conventional life. The way you maintain your physical, your material things become the ladder for your spiritual life. That's going to become the bridge. You can't resist, you can't deny, you can't forget your physical material things and start to dream about something beyond this conventional life. So then bring your attention more and more and more into yourself and around you, and start to tune with that. So then you will slowly merge with the flow. It's kind of like you slowly harness with the nature, and you recognize, you start to see things very clearly. And through that, you are capable to get into the cause and effect and how things come to be as they are. So that is the wisdom you need. But sometimes when the informations are there, when the information overtakes us, when the awareness is not there, what happens? This is what happened. The wolf start to come through the main door wearing sheep clothes. That is what happened. That is what happened to us. The demons start to come to you through your main door, not the back, through the main door, wearing the angels' costumes. That is what happened. What is your main door? Your eye, your ear, nose, and the tongue, the body. And that whatever we intake and you misunderstand. It's nothing wrong with the outside. You are the one who misunderstands it. That is where you drink the poison, believing it is the nectar. You can't blame to anybody. If you go through the pain, disappointment, unhappiness, fear, anxiety, depression, remember, it is not somebody or something happened in the outside world, because you didn't have the ability to recognize its true nature. You are the one who misunderstood that. And you are the one who picked the poison, believing it is the nectar. Now you are suffering. When the poison go through inside you and it start to burn and give the pain, and it start to suck all the energy from you, you start to shake. And then you think, he did this, she did this, why it happened this way, that way. And no. That's why. Because when we caught up in too much information, that is what happens. So always remember, God, your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mainly. Then the mind. And don't allow demons to enter. So it's not kind of like you always resisting and judging outside world and always ready to fight. It's not like that. So then what you need to do? That is where the awareness comes. Because when you have the awareness, remember, as a human being, you are capable. without any informations, without any previous knowledge, you are capable to recognize how things come to be as they are. You are capable. As example, you never saw a cup. Just imagine, you are very brand new to this world. You never saw a cup before. And you never heard about it. You never read about it. Nobody told you about a cup. This is the first time that you see the cup. So your power of awareness, listen this very carefully and try to catch it. Because if you catch it, you know what it is, who you are. Because recognizing who you are is the very essence of this all. So when you have the very clear mind, what happens? When you see the cup, you start to recognize for what purpose it made and what you can do using this. Nobody need to teach you. So that is the power of your awareness. It's called another way, direct perception. So whatever you perceive without thinking, without bringing your all the logical knowledge that you gathered, you are capable to recognize what it is. So then expand that. What you see, right away you recognize. Whatever you hear, right away you recognize. No gap in between the moment of experience and experiencer. The both come together. And whatever the smell come to you, right away, you recognize it. No gap to think. Whatever the taste touch your tongue, right away you recognize what it is. And whatever the sensation come to your body, right away you recognize what it is. And whatever the thoughts come to you, right away you recognize from where it comes. You start to see all the roots. Then just imagine, within your eye, when the eye object arises, when the eye object there, when the eye consciousness arises, no gap to think, that experience itself become your wisdom. So now apply it to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Just imagine, when you see something, you know it. When you hear something, you know it. When you smell something, you know it. When you taste something, you know it. When you feel something, you know it. When thoughts come, you know it. Then you become the knower. Then you know what's happening. There's no doubt about the moment in that very moment. When you don't have that doubt, any doubt about the moment of experience within your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, because those are the only things that belong to this life, belong to this world. That is what we call the universe. So then, in that very moment, if you are capable to experience it to the 100%, no doubt there. And then what happened? If you are capable to expand the duration, 1 minute you experience with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no doubt, completion. You expand it to 5 minutes. Within that 5 minutes, completion. 1 hour, completion. Morning to night, whole day, experience everything, and there's no doubt about that. You know what you experience. and you have the clarity, then tomorrow you don't need to go back to your previous day and think what happened there. Because when you know about yesterday, you know what happened, what it was. Then itself, it becomes the memory. So that is how your awareness become the memory. But what we does, we don't know what we experience. We don't know what we see. We don't know what we hear. We come with some information and repeat it again and again. We keep doing something again and again and again and again, and we memorize. Memory and the memorizing and you remember something is two different things. So when you develop your awareness, you know it. And out of that knowing, you develop your memory. But memorizing again and repeating again and again and again, remembering again and again and again, you can develop some kind of knowledge about informations. But you know what happens? When you develop that path, you lose the deeper level of who you are. So that's why when the too much information come, you lose who you are. You just imagine when you born the very first day, how kind of mind you had. And you didn't have any doubt, any pain, disappointment, unhappiness, sadness, worry, fear. You didn't have that. And today, right now, right here, still inside you, you have that nature. You have that quality in your mind. So when you develop the tranquility mind, what happened, that is the very first stage you experience. You know, but there is no any kind of struggle with your own thoughts. So developing tranquility mind, that is where you go. So cultivation of the mind means in the very first level, you go back to your beginning point. Most of time, remember, we are get lost in this outside world. It is very difficult for us to go back to our beginning point. But always in the spiritual practice, remember, don't allow yourself to get lost. Because most of time, gurus, teachers, books, rishis, masters, and most of time, what they does, they try to make you get lost in their informations. And then you believe them. You get blind. You can't find the path to go back to your beginning point. And then once you get lost there, and then you go behind them. That happened. That is a very, very old method. Thousand, before the Buddha even. But the Buddha is the one who challenged during that time and gave the total freedom to whoever practiced the Dharma. There was a monk. And he was so attached to the Buddha. And every day he come and look at the Buddha physically in front of the Buddha. And the Buddha said, what are you doing here? You go practice yourself. Just looking at me, you're not going to get anything. Because to your own liberation, you have to work. Don't come behind me. You're not going to get anything. So, like that. And the Buddha's teaching, all the teachings that, all the sutras, that the conversations that happened, there was nothing hide for another time. There's nothing left for another season. No, that conversation, that's done. That's why any sutra can become for you to gain the liberation. There is no another chapter to go, another path, the version to wait. No. So then always remember yourself. Only thing is how you master, how you develop yourself is the very key point to gain this all the success within yourself. So then when you practice, don't try to bypass. Don't try to look something else. Give your best for your own conscious decision. And that's why that the Buddha never asked, and in the meditation, it never asked, okay, you give your best to the Buddha, you give your best to the Dhamma, you give your best to the community of Sangha, you give your best to the all other enlightened masters. No. They enlightened and they move forward. That's it. They disappeared. But when you practice, it is within yourself. Don't try to go behind anything or anybody. Give your best to your conscious decision. Then you know what it is. So the meditation means the very beginning point. When you develop the tranquility mind, start to do that. So whatever the primary mental object, again and again, be with it. And whatever the disturbances come, let it be there. And have the compassion, let it be there. Don't try to even think about it. Once you recognize your mind, slip, bring it back. That's how you work. So in that way, by the time, when you see something, when you hear something, smell, taste, feel, what happened? The right away, you are capable to be with it without getting tangled and without losing what you experience. And that itself, you bring the clarity to yourself, and then you know who you are. Know thyself. That is become your self-realization, because now you know what is happening inside you. And once you have that wisdom within you, once you know what is happening within yourself, it doesn't matter you come back again, or it doesn't matter this is the end of your samsara again. You done your mission. But remember, don't die without knowing who you are. Don't die as an unknown person to yourself. Why? Because whatever the qualities that you have when you die, when you come back, you're going to come back with that qualities. So that's why when you go to sleep, with the anger, disappointment, sad, worry, what will happen when you wake up? And you're going to wake up with that. So then how you can practice every day? Little by little, when you go to sleep, completely withdraw from all, divorce the date, divorce the memory that you carry to your bed, and you go with the completion, the very clarity, knowing you go to sleep. That's it. It is your conscious decision. I'm going to sleep. That's it. You go to sleep. And then after you go to sleep, you are not keep thinking. You are not watching TV lying down on your bed. You are not listening to something lying down your bed, because it is a different action. But now your conscious decision, and you merge with that. And then when you wake up with your conscious decision. What time you want to wake up, how you want to wake up, and it's going to be there. So once it becomes a skill, little by little, this clarity, you know what is happening in you. And then by the time when you die with your conscious decision, that's why you can die and having a conscious decision how you want to come back to this world. There are many. See, the most of time it happened with the anger, disappointment, unhappiness, grudge. Some people get mad, angry, and sometimes think, I get revenge from you. I come behind you and get the revenge. They can do that. So then it is a mechanism. Then what you can do, you can transform it to good side. So you always merge with the consciousness, uplift your mind with the profitable skills, and you be with it. And you die with it. When you die with that, you come back with that qualities again and again, you empower that. Then by the time you come to the completion. So then wherever the Buddhas, enlightened masters, and they will find you. They will find, it doesn't matter you are middle of the jungle, top of the mountain, you are in the middle of the busy city, it doesn't matter wherever you are. They will find you. And be a person to qualified like that. Let the Buddha to find you. But only thing is what you need to do, uplift your consciousness. Uplift your consciousness. And at the same time, remember in day-to-day life, don't allow wolf to come through the main door wearing the sheep cloth. Don't allow demons to. Don't allow the pain, disappointment, unhappiness, fear to come through the main door wearing the angel's costume or the wearing the happiness, joy, pleasure costume. Then you will see. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line. And be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself. And say, so patveva, oh, may I be well and happy 3 times. And take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. So when it happens, don't try to disturb it. Don't try to do anything the way you want. Just allow it to happen naturally as it is, and when it happens, just recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside. To your left side. Into your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Maya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjisami idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.